Sometimes that mediocrity thing that you're giving into. So I said, you know what, instead of going for the 20-miler, to go off with an easy 6 or 7. What that did in my brain, I said, okay, mediocrity got it 1. So let loose a little bit and let go of that. Oh, it's gonna suck. This could be okay, not too bad. The second you get to mile 2, guess what happens? Greatness pulls mediocrity in the fucking mud. Get out there and get after it. You're gonna put about the right mindset, the right gear. In combat, you put body armor. But what we do wrong is we don't strengthen our minds. You gotta strengthen your mind. Take control of that. So then when you get out in the real world, they can fuck you up. You got protection. So I'm 13 miles from home. Now, I often talk about taking souls. This morning, this person, I used to train alone. This person undergoing me. And I said, fine, we're about 15. This morning comes, this woman's coming in this way. And the person calls and said, hey, why don't we do it tomorrow? Taking souls, I told the motherfucker, I'm gonna run 15 today, and I'm going through again tomorrow. That's what taking souls is about. Don't worry about the elements, what's going on. You gotta get out there and get it. You're the only one that thought about taking the day off. There's folks coming in right now. There's not a soul out here but me. You want to get better than you can do. Get outside that zone. Somewhere that zone makes you feel good. Everybody's gonna get it. be satisfied until everything I have in me is completely out of me. And that's when I'll be satisfied. I'm not the best at anything. I'm not gifted. I'm just driven. I'm a guy that came from nothing. Anybody's capable of doing shit like this. Anybody. And I sat in that tub. She put the water on me. She called my mom up. My mom was dating a doctor at the time. The doctor said, "You need to get into a hospital." She came back in. All I'm going to do is call Chris Cosmo on the phone and register to bad one. I said, "I did it." So she said, "Take to the doctor." I said, "No, let me sit here and enjoy this pain." She said, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "You go. I need to go to the doctor." I realized that. But I never thought it was humanly possible to do what I did. I went 70 miles. And at 70 miles, I was dead. I was at 100%. What I thought was 100%. I went 31 miles after being in the most physical shape I've ever been in my life. And I sat in that tub and the water hit me, and it was the most amazing feeling of accomplishment. Did this. And it's the crazy sounds. It's the most amazing moment of my life. To overcome something. As a kid, it's got me. It's amazing. I was cool. And I called Chris Cosmo, the inspector, and he said, "Yeah, I did it." Later, roughly, this marathon, I couldn't walk. I could not walk. I ran 100 miles before I ran that marathon. So 10 days after this 100 mile race I did, this marathon, it's still fitting my legs. Got covered off 2005. So, I go off the ball. They go home, and that thing came back. I'm like, "All right, man, what if?" And then I went to the Hurt 100, race in Hawaii, 26,000 feet climbing over 100 miles. Probably one of the top 5 hardest 100-mile races in the world. Out there and got through the race. Did 33 hours with a 9th place finisher. And I qualified for that when I got in. I went on to lose weight and train hard. And I got fit my first year. And got low. I'm trying to find more of myself. And the only way to find more is to silence the world out as much as I can because it's getting easier every day. It's getting faster. I put my phone away and I go dark. I go dark a lot, and it's because I have to find out. I want a journey of life. And we all have a different journey. I like to take this 4-lane highway, the easy highway. We all love that 4-lane highway. You always step over the shuttle. That's your own path. But going through this path of life, this journey over here, then you make yourself that's incredibly difficult and refrain. It's easier to accept the fact that I'm just not good enough. You have to go into dark chambers that we often shut off, and you gotta open them up. It's not some easy, lit up, street lights path with nice roads, right? Fair, and you can be in your head, you can be staying on that good enough. It's how you can do that. It's how you can do that on a daily basis. When that thing is saying, "Man, I'm 43, I've done so much," you start to become civilized. Your refrigerator gets full, you start to keep making money, and you start, "I'm not getting cold anymore, I'm retired." And 40 people should be playing basketball, football, every day, just doing 100-mile weeks, just doing thousands of pull-ups, thousands of push-ups, because I'm not allowing myself to become civilized. The worst thing that can happen to a man is become civilized. the most uncommon people. Period. You start getting some situations that suck. Fun shit up. Be very careful. Man, and change who I used to be. Insecure guy, the guy who could, I want to be proud, but if I die now, I die at 8, I die at 9, I'm trying to make sense. Patience. I'm patient, dude. Because I know that, man, this is how you get somewhere. I was just calm and patient. That dreamer mentality just always fueled me. It was fueling me, what if I could be a SEAL, man? Now I run 2.5 miles. Where if I could go? Just what if I could go and how would that feel? You have to go into those dark chambers, get the office shut off, and you gotta open them up. I was, like I said, 297. I was about 32% body fat. And my idea was to run 40 miles for my first run. I ran a quarter mile, walked home. Walked home, sat on my couch, cried. I sat down, I gave up.
Did you start out on the first day and then do you start running again the second day?
Yeah, the second day, I right back after again. But I started realizing I can't run that far.
Right.
So what I did was I became damn near professional cyclist with the miles I put in my body. I go to the gym and I developed this crazy workout where I was doing volume, like 200-300 reps. And I spent hours in the pool that I had to live in the water. The biking got easier. I was able to run more. I went from like 1 mile. 1 mile was a great accomplishment. 2 miles, and then from 2 to 3 was a good, and then I went from 3 to 6. I failed. I go back to scratch. But I started realizing this is part of the process. This is part of the journey. I was not good enough. I want to make myself good enough. We have bad times in life. Even the hardest person in the world, we forget how badass we are during that hard time. I have a thing where I take a couple seconds to reflect on, I am, man. You can do this, you can do that, you can this or can that. I never close my mind to the fact that this can't be done. I quit several things. I know what's on the back end of quitting. I wanted to be a man that detests mediocrity. Started callousing my mind at this point. Collectively, and went back to the career. I got into that class. I went through 3 Navy Olympics in 1 year. Only guy to ever be in 3 Olympics in 1 year, to my knowledge. Unfortunately, I didn't make it through the next 2 I did. And I started opening different doors that I didn't think were even there, that I didn't think even existed. And the more doors I opened up, the more I started realizing that my potential was damn near endless. I wanted to feel something besides defeat. I wanted to just go the distance. And that going the distance pushed me to a point of where now I go way past it. I didn't have a motherfucker come wake me up at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning and say, hey, you gotta keep shit in. I didn't have a trainer. I didn't have a nutritionist. It was the self-discipline that I had to survive. To not survive for me, to thrive. No one said, hey man, you're 296 pounds, man, I'll help you out. I had to overcome, and self-discipline is everything. And if you don't have it, I'll look at you like I know you can't. It's not discipline so much for me. It's all on you. It's all you. So it is big. Help our people too much to get us through shit. And we look to our right, look to our left, looking for help. And if you can do that self, you can do that accountability in oneself. We live in a society where mediocrity is often rewarded. We often forget how hard we are, but you gotta reflect back. Take a couple seconds, reflect. I've been through this, I've been through that. If you don't believe it, you haven't endured shit. You just blowing smoke, man. I'm not the best at anything. I'm not gifted. I'm just driven. It's all about trying to share that message with people. And the NFL football player comes up to me. Because guys ask you a question. How do you keep that dog mentality? I said, let me ask you a question. When you were younger, what did you want to be? You said NFL football player. Once I got there, I lost that dog mentality. You gotta finish like I'm a dog at home. You never get scored. It's not enough to make it to the NFL. Not enough to win a 5K. Win a 10K. Be a better doctor. Not enough to stick around. So I'm gonna do something with it. Guess what? Trees out here, 7% men. I just back around. That's it. Just call it by name, says, "Why are you out here?" I said, "Man, sure enough. Sometimes you want to make me. You're going to you got to finish cheap. What's what he said? That's the dude. Everyone. Some of us got some bullshit about them. We have sunscreen on. This message is dangerous. It's too hot. I'm not asking you to be like me. Do you? Stay hard. Let's get stronger. We better shit every damn life. But as she read it, she thought it was just crazy. So after she read it, she put the book down and started living her normal life. She's going back paying bills, going back to work, complaining about shit. 2 days later, she has to think about the book, and it scared her. She thought, well, maybe this guy isn't crazy. And that's what scared her the most. Maybe he's here trying to show us human potential. But we're all capable of doing it. A lot of people like to put titles on other people who do extraordinary things. It makes them feel better about themselves. Give them a get out there free card. I'm not crazy. I'm just not like you. It's sports. There's a thing out there called load management. A lot of us like to load manage our lives. When you do that, you can find yourself right at normal. Get off that. Stay hard. For success in life comes from behaviors. Don't make it hurt your feelings. Use it for fuel. Use it for energy. In times of need, put them on mental Rolodex in your mind. And when you don't want to do shit, roll through your brain. Look, that person said you couldn't do something. Weren't fast enough, good enough, smart enough. Use it for energy. Instead of killing them with kindness, torture them with success. In life, you have to continue pushing past the odds. Use everything that the Lord has to keep you for fuel. Stay hard. Anybody, not just maybe anybody that can accomplish anything that is hard, one separator is that they really do care. There's some people that get inspired, and that inspiration moves them to try to do something. But the inspiration is very high right now in this nice environment. We're in a nice environment. I watched a movie about some badasses. You're inspired. But the second you're not in this environment, and you're actually doing what inspired you. That sun factor is not real. You're now there. Only those people who have been there a million times in their minds and have lived in that water and have suffered a million times and realized my legs may break, my knee may break, my bones will hurt. I will be the coldest I've been in my life. I will be miserable. And accept that. You get a homeless situation in life, your mind repeats it. Everybody want to be there. So you have to have all these different questions in your mind that want to say, this doesn't have to type here, I can do this, I can try that. And then you start to say to yourself, if you don't want to be there that bad, I'm going to bring my body up from this. Your mind starts to say, yeah, this is stupid. But if you are already knowing that this is happening, you have all the answers to these questions. Then your mind starts to keep and you're insufferable. Trying to be 10% better than your last. 43. If you're swimming 500 meters, swim 550. When you want to play accountability, 5% of the time, you can't find yourself. Every time you go back to I did it a million years. So, I ain't caught about it. Carry a color. Train. Like suffering in a way that is competitive, that brings out the absolute best in me and everybody else. I want to see what you're made of. I want to see almost like the Colosseum in Rome. You can't move by right or paper. And I found out, and the only message I would across to people is once you change one thing, your mindset, you can attack everything. I don't know how you keep grinding every day. You have to make those insecurities, those fears. Like when I was there as a parent, I didn't have any drive. I was an insecure, lying kid, afraid. I had to look at my insecurities and in my fear and find drive in that. We're all looking for passion. Passion's all around you. All the energy and fuel you need is right in yourself. It's all there. You got a lot of stuff to do to overcome. And, that's where I found it. I found it right there in my insecurities. I found drive in my own insecurities. And that was a powerful thing in the world. When you can find drive in your own doubt, fear, insecurities, you become very unstoppable. I'm in search for a feeling. I'm not in search for a trophy. I'm not in search for love. I'm not in search for more followers on Instagram, social media. When I started this journey years ago, and I realized that I'm going to be somebody, and I'm searching for a feeling. A feeling of true victory for myself. Not only myself. The second I shut alcohol and realized that one thing, that I am in this world alone. I'm fighting this race by my safest person. My goal in life is to, in my mind, rest me alive. And that's why the whole thing is, you can't hurt me. That's what it's about. It's about what everything you want. You have to make that dream a reality. That's where I'm talking this. It's about the successful people in this world. So, the Lord was so ready. So you become ready. 2 million, 3 million. Let's buy a new car, a new house, boom. Let's buy more of everything. And the day still feel empty inside. For me, I want to be successful. I still empty. So I'm trying to hide insecurities. You have to be there over, but not there at the graduation. Good. You gotta be there in the course of the suffering that you know over and over again. You gotta live that in your mind. I'm trying to know. Same thing in life. If you don't get inside your soul, inside your heart, fix it. You will come work yourself. Stay hard. A lot of you are trying to find inspiration and motivation with a depressed mindset. You're depressed because you're not doing much with yourself. You don't find inspiration by not living the grip of life. When you're living the grip of life to find inspiration, put challenges in front of yourself. When you put a challenge in front of yourself and you attack it, that's when you find inspiration. Trying to be 10% better than you were last week. So you're running 30 miles a week, run 33. If you're swimming 500, the more you walk away from accountability, the weaker you become. Find yourself in the grip of life. You can't find yourself by doing nothing. Let me see if I can fix myself. So I said, if I can just walk 1 more mile after being in the worst shape of my entire life, this would change everything for me mentally going forward. From this kid who came from dirt, nothing, who couldn't read until he was in a junior high school, and now I walked a mile. I said, maybe I can walk 1 more mile. Maybe I can walk another mile. And my woman has not looked at me and says, you're not going to make the time. When your mind knows it's not going to quit, and this is what I found out, it's not 40% rule. When your mind knows it's not going to quit, your will adapt to whatever is in front of you. I ended up running 20 more miles. I did 101 miles in 19 hours and 6 minutes. And that one day changed that 19 hours. It wasn't SEAL training, it wasn't Ranger School, it wasn't Delta Force, what did that crap went through? It was just 19 hours and 6 minutes that forever changed my life to know that we as human beings are capable of anything. And we don't need any special kind of parents or tools to get there. So I do this. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Thank you very much. Get it, 17. Get it, movie, 7. Get it, 18. Movie, 7. Get it, 19. Movie, 7. And do what's right. What you need is the one thing I talked about in my book, which is straight up brutal work ethic. You have to be willing to outwork everybody in the world. And that's the hard part. That's the hard part. This isn't like some 5-step process where you do these 5 steps. You're going to end up with this magical world. No. I'm basically teaching how to callous over your victim's mentality. This is all about the quitting mind. So what's the quitting mind? So let's say it's day 1 of a job interview. You have your clothes laid out. You've been preparing for weeks and weeks and weeks. Shoot up and you bring your best self. After a couple of months, you start showing up to work a little later. You shirt. Right. That's not the approach. But that's the picture you feel. The approach you have today is ITAL. Take an approach on it. The conversation had to be a real, honest conversation. It didn't come to anywhere. Guess what? I was fat. Don't find a kind word to say that, you know what? I gained some weight. You're fat. But I couldn't read. Not like, hey, you know, you can learn this. I cannot read. My grade reading level, I'm struggling. And sometimes I call myself stupid. Not in a way to put myself down. Sometimes you act kind of good, sometimes bad. You gotta change the internal dialogue. That person in your head that's talking that shit to you. Until you change the internal dialogue in your head. Until you collapse over that victim's mentality that the world is out to get you because of you are there only. You gotta change that shit. I must have that mentality that no one understands what I'm going through. And if you keep that mentality, you're gonna stay in the same exact spot that you're in. That no one understands because there's millions of people. Why do you think of the book that I saw post? You know, it's doing so well. But it's doing so, I went to a publisher and I was like, who's gonna resonate with this story? No one's gonna buy this book. I'm like, are you not in the world? Are you not in society? You're never alone. Everybody's going through shit. So when people get this mentality, like, understand me, you can go rock to someone that can understand you if they're willing to bring themselves down and stop hiding. A lot of people understand you, but you gotta stop hiding. And that's what I tell people. A lot of people do shit. They just hide better than you did. That's what they did. They just hide better. Don't find words to make yourself feel better. That's what, so we hang around people that make us feel better. That tells us what we want to hear. Not what we need to hear. And so we stay away. And stay away from people. Until a time becomes that kind, it's okay. It's not okay. So that's where it starts. It starts with that. It's not okay anymore. This can no longer be okay. And calling yourself out for exactly what you are and exactly how you do this. I was in total control to life. We don't have any control of it. We just can't control life. I do this shit every morning to prepare my mind for a life that's so rapid. A healthy body gives you a healthy mind. That's what it's about. So if we go into battle, we're going to go into battle with the right mindset, the right gear, the combat, the right body armor. But when we do wrong, we're going to strengthen our minds. You got to strengthen your mind. Take control of that. What's that? Timeless. For failure. It's funny. Walk around and come to me and say, man, that thing you said you would do, man, you should. You're the bad thing. Get the club record. This race and all this shit, man. So they think about it. And I think about this. They know that part of me. That's what I'm proud of. That's it. I go gas, man. Just get me 2 or 3 times. The Air Force, run a pararescue. The SEAL took me 3 times to get through Navy SEAL training. The pull-up record took me 3 times. This is what I want y'all to be. So I'm saying is this, you can't live your life being afraid to fail. All those failures, making the success in the day. Stay hard, stay in fight. As you know, I was a serious introvert and very afraid of people. I got just so much growing up that this is uncomfortable for me. These podcasts, that's why I post once a week. But the one thing I realized about why I wrote the book is, honestly, I have a story to tell. As we all have a story to tell. And what I realized on my journey was a lot of us don't believe that we can achieve the impossible. And along my wanted to there because I became a practitioner. And I was like, my God, I'm busted down so many barriers. So, like, I've learned disability, okay? But I'm catching up with everybody. I figured that out. I figured out all these negative things in my life that were keeping me in this field. Like, I gotta tell people, man, that, hang on a second, man. You can achieve the absolute impossible. Life isn't fair. It's not supposed to be. Life's not biased. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, gay or lesbian, rich or poor. Life doesn't discriminate. But you accept the fact that life is really fucking wrong, and in one way or another, you can start to heroin. My mindset is everything. And I can only think that it can be through life. Say, where? Determine the rest of your life. To my one simple decision. All of us get over control. Absolute manager. It knows your fears. It knows your insecurities. It knows everything about you. It might be the only thing in that room that knows all about you. You gotta know about it. It's gonna show up. You know where to show up. It's gonna show up at the worst time possible. And you wanna be successful. It's gonna say, take it easy. Take it easy. changing my life. You know, I was at an all-time low, and I wasn't going anywhere, and I was exactly where everybody said I was going to be, which is level. So I had to make a change. That kid, position, I can't even explain. It's the moments of 3 elements. So, study. So now it's just the beats. It's like, so, so, only living at about 40% of their capability. So, the mind has a governor, like a car. If you're driving a car and the car has a governor on it, the car may say 130 miles an hour, but the governor set for 91. Once that governor sets it to 91, the car starts doing this. The car wants to go. The car wants to go. That fucking factory said, we're not going past 91. We have a factory, a nice governor in our brain, and it's a survival mechanism that protects us from pain and suffering. The second we grow that shit, he said, no, this is fun. We should back off. We should sit down, find something will help you. And there's something about the mind. The mind has the tactical advantage with me at all times. At all times of your life, the mind has a tactical advantage. Why is that? It knows that you're afraid. It knows your insecurities. It knows your deep, dark lies. And it starts to push you away from that shit. It pushes you in a direction that is comfortable. The mind controls everything. So what I realized was that when I was growing up and I was 300 pounds, I got all fat, and I got all insecure, I realized that my mind kept taking me in this direction when things got uncomfortable for me, when I was facing my insecurities, I was facing my fears, my mind said, oh no, we have a tactical advantage. We can get you, separate you from this feeling. This feeling of your life's all about feelings. What the happy feeling? We don't want that feeling, this sucks. Why am I here? You don't have any, so you can't answer this question, so you leave. I started realizing that in that moment, you can answer those fucked up questions. If you are now in charge of your brain versus your brain ruling you, that's what all that stuff comes from. So the 40% rule is all of that. You get to 40%, your brain says, yeah, let's roll, man. This is going to get painful. This is uncomfortable. So you sit down. You have to figure out ways. Everybody's different. That's how the book kind of talks about. Like we all have these things about, 5 steps to this, then 4 steps to this. It's a lot more than that. That's all bullshit. It's a practice that you have. It's a habit. So if you know that at 40%, I'm feeling pain. At 40% I'm feeling pain. That's when the 40% kicks in. Now it starts. Okay, I'm feeling pain. My mind's saying all this shit to me. It's saying, get out of here, run, flee. Fight or flight kicks in. Okay, we're not good enough. I start telling you all these things, you start to believe it. Because the mind controls all. This is the time we have to be in control of that. It's okay. Let's see if I can get 45s. And once you start giving yourself more and more hope, you start realizing, okay, the mind starts to think, okay, we're supposed to be going right, and you're going left. You start then controlling your mind. Start finding more in yourself. And then it goes from 40% to like 40%. That's the start of it. Get to a spot where your mind is saying stop. Where your mind is. You gotta get there first. Then that's when that shit starts to work for you. You gotta control yourself in that way. A lot of people can live with themselves. That's the first thing. A lot of people can live with themselves, look in the mirror and say, I'm okay with being afraid. I'm okay with going on this easy highway. Easy highway has all these fucking signs and shit, directions I need somewhere. And you have to first be uncomfortable with how you feel about yourself. With that voice that a lot of us like to run away from, we all have it. And I had that voice to say, hey man, you know, you're kind of whipping out right now, you're kind of doing a little tough right now. But I say, okay, that's okay. It's okay to tell us what right behind to ourselves. So we first have to face the real me. The real me is David Goggins. The real me is the guy looking at you right now saying, I don't want to have to be on this show right now because I used to stutter as a kid. And I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid that here in a second, I'm going to start fucking stammering and stuttering. Not all the issues. But that's when I see right now, okay, guys, you got to go on this fucking show. That's Goggins. Goggins is saying, okay, David Goggins, you're a punk. Life made you this way. We can't live like this. We can't live in fear. We can't live in judgment. We can't be afraid of what the fuck our people right now looking at me saying about us. We cannot be afraid of that. That's Goggins. Goggins saying, fuck all of you who don't like me. I don't want to. And that person then comes in. You have to be David Goggins and say that I'm afraid of this. Pure life made you this way. Pure, stutter, tissue, reading, writing, and bad and insecure. You have to face that in that dark room is who you are. But in that dark room, you have to create another human being that walks out of that dark room. Face who you are. That's the only way you can get over all those things. You have to create someone else. Not that you have to do personality, it's just you. But you have to find strength. And that visualization of almost me cracking out Goggins, like almost like the Superman kid, like I'm coming out of different people. Just to fuck about anything. Just care about being judged. Knows I'm weak. Knows I'm afraid. Says whatever you think about me, take it, whatever, I'm here. That's Goggins. In the dark room, you face yourself, you realize you want to be better, you realize you don't want to be this weak, insecure person in the world. It's all these problems that we all have. That's not bad. Social media is a great platform to tell you who we want to be. Not who we are. So that's where that dark room is. A lot of people say that nothing's impossible. Shit. I even said that nothing's impossible several times in my life. I lied. It's not really impossible either. What happens is, when we come across something that's very hard, and we try it once, maybe twice, and then say, we're done, can't do it. Before you say something's impossible, do it and do it and do it to a level that people think that you might be fucking crazy. Until you say it's impossible. I'm tied up, hands and feet. I can hate the water. I sit like a fucking rock. But this is the one thing that almost stopped me from fulfilling my dreams. Man, I fell back in this fucking hole of life. The second you think that you've overcome it, you climb Everest, you're on that last order. And I'm saying, I'm a steady motherfucker. It'll push you down. And my junior in high school, I missed a whole bunch of school. Was lying on mom, had like a 1.7 GPA. I was just jacked up. I was the worst possible. And my mom was going through a lot of shit too. And she had time to sit back and think. And it was me against me. My parents were down on my knees. I was not, whatever was going on, I was in bad shape. So I went to the bathroom and I had this weird haircut because I wanted attention. I was an attention getter. I went to an all-white school pretty much. Some of the kids liked me, a lot of them didn't like me, whatever. It didn't fucking matter. I was looking for something. So I dressed differently, crazy haircuts, and I went to the mirror. And the reflection in it revealed a lot of bad things. A lot of things that I was hiding behind the sagging pants. And I looked at myself in the mirror, oh my God, dog, you are something else, man. Like you got created a killer. Oh God, table. And whatever I could do to get attention, I did. It wasn't me. It wasn't who I was inside, but I was scared of anybody to know who I was inside. So in that accountability letter, I call it, I got rid of this. I said, you know, a third grade reading level. It's hard to admit you're a killer in high school, that you title on myself first life. And being cool, you have a title on yourself. So I started cheating. I was dumb. And people say, oh, you don't have to learn this disability. I don't learn this disability because I was lazy. So, taught myself out there. I called myself out every which way possible. I didn't call myself out. I was just honest. Look at yourself, man. Look at yourself. And it was that day, and a couple more days after that, I got real myself. Every day I came home, caused me accountability. And to change what I see in this mirror. Another good day, and I felt silly to put down. I just tucked my short head in school looking like, hey man, this is how I'm gonna feel like it's so big. I had to really wear this layer of skin. I had to develop a really callous skin on me to take. I want to geek, but whoever I am, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see me for who I am. Because I didn't change from not. And that accountability just became law. And I became fat. The years that I looked back at home, I became so fat. Because I was fat. And people don't want to do that. They want to say, well, you want to be so fat. Don't call yourself dumb. If you're not really involved, fucking involved, nothing's going to change. And it's nice to be world and live in. We want to hear this little bit. No, man, you might be fat. It's okay to hear that from yourself. So that's where it started at. And it's raw, and it's ugly sometimes to be in the mirror. But I'm also proud of myself to be able to tell myself that it fix what's in the mirror. So the first one is what you need. And you have to realize you have to call yourself out. Addressing it is very small. It's like, it doesn't go like, one morning, this way, I wake up. First off, 5 steps to greatness. Take that, brother. Read my book. This is hard work. It's every day like right now. I had to be honest with you, man. I'm even shaking right now. You know, this shirt. Time into it. How you address it is your face on. You face it every day. Face it every single day of your life. When you say, okay, like if you're fat, you need to lose weight. It's patience. It's patience in this fact of accepting right now. I'm fat. I don't like myself. Accept the fact that if you lose weight,